see the daddy for me, we're on a mission. Teach me what you know, vice versa, help each other grow. As he sees in me, then she turn around and water me, uplifting me. I've got your back. Let's take a fly like that. I'ma fix your crown when your head down, girl. Please hold on. When you're going through this, I'll never turn my back on you. Gotta be real, it's time to heal. Come on, let's go.
Hey, what's up? We in this bitch.
Hey y'all. Hey.
Hey,
This feels different.
it do. So as y'all can see, we are missing, or maybe you can't see, we are missing one tonight. Our sister isn't with us tonight. We send our condolences to her and her family. Just a couple days ago, on Father's Day, her dad passed away. So our hearts are with her. Our love is with her and her family. Our prayers that they have peace of mind during this time. And, our girl is just getting her mind right. And we holding it down for her. Just like the theme song made me think about her, Jaleisha. Like, I'm going to hold you down. Look, I can't even think of the lyric right now, but I'm going to hold you down. I'm going to help you fix your crown. Like, we just here for each other, and we here for each other, and we're going to do our thing tonight, because tonight's topic, we was joking about it, because she said she want to be in a good spirit. She don't want to be down and out. She know her dad is in a good place. So we're going to turn up, and we're going to have a little fun tonight for our girl. And we was joking before we got on here, like, this would have been her topic. She would have had fun with this.
Yes, this would have been her shit. This is definitely her lane. That's why I don't know. We were just thinking, maybe we were thinking like her energy was among us when we thought about the episode we were gonna talk about, because it's all Tracy. This is all Tracy. Yeah. But we gonna live up for this last episode of season 2, and we gonna laugh. We gonna get into it, and our sister, she's all here with us. She is spirit. We're gonna be live for her.
We are. Yes. So on that note, what's up, y'all? I am Coach T Lane. These are my co-hosts. Even though it's only one on here today, we gonna still shout our girl out. We got Tracy Cherie, Coach Jaleisha J. We are Girls Be Like, the podcast, and we ain't here to get nobody the right answers, all right? We just speaking from our personal experiences, and tonight we speaking from some statistics too, okay? That's it. That's all. Man, before we jump into the topic, Jaleisha, how has your week been?
Well, I feel like it's passed by. I mean, Juneteenth was on Father's Day, right? Yeah, Juneteenth was on Father's Day, which, I mean, it's a celebration, I guess, in itself. But I don't really remember how this week went. It just went by. It went by really fast. I didn't even know today was Wednesday. So I just kind of been in my little cocoon, just resting and studying. I've been listening to a lot of motivational things, getting back and building my spirit with what I want to listen to, like really feeding my spirit with good things so that I can, move forward and make some things happen personally and business wise. So that's what I've been on. I'm a geek. I'm a nerd. So I like to read. Well, you understand, because you're in the same
right.
lane.
That's what we relate on.
Yeah. Oh my God. What's been up with you? Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. I just remembered.
Oh, wait a minute.
T birthday was on Monday, y'all. T birthday was on Monday. Yes. Okay. Yeah. What's been going on with you? Yes.
Yeah. So my birthday was Monday, and I never really been big on birthdays, but these last couple years, I've been like letting people in, letting people love on me, and I've been intentional about that too. That's one of my affirmations. I am surrounded with love. So these last couple years, man, just the love that's been shown on my birthday just been real good. But this year I went kind of like just easy. I ain't really do too much of shit, but I'm just looking forward to I kind of been in my cocoon too, Jaleisha. Like I've been just chilling and 32. Like I'm ready to see what 32 brings because it's really a new chapter. I've been letting some things die off. So I've been over here in the cocoon and like I'm rising out of it. I've been on my self-care shit all week long. Went and got my soles done. Next is my hair. I told you I was over here doing a facial and stuff. Like just preparing myself because I'm excited about what 32 brings. So that's what my week been like.
I love it. We send so much love to T for her birthday. Belated birthday. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah. But so tonight is our season 2 finale. It is a blessing to have made it through, what is this, 12 episodes?
Wow. We started back in, I think we started in March. Yeah, we did start in March, like towards the end of March. Yeah, it's been like, it done flew by. I can't believe we already at the end of season 2. It's like, whoa. But it's been a journey.
March, April, May, June.
3 months.
Our baby is 4 months old.
Huh?
I said our baby is 4 months old.
Oh, you said a baby 4 months. I was like, girl, who? Yes. But the thing is, it seems longer because we've been working on this or talking about doing this for a really long time. So I'll be like, dang, we really been doing, but we haven't been on that long. But it's here. I can't believe it's happening. It's exciting. Yeah. And I also want to say thank you to everybody that's been like tuning in, that's been listening, that's been sharing. Oh, Tracy's on here. She's watching. Hey, Tracy Sheree.
Tracy is with us, girl. You here with us in spirit, boo.
I thought
we love you.
I thought she was asleep. Rest, please, rest. But yes, we're grateful for everyone that's been tuning in and listening and just, being a part of our tribe and the community and everybody that shared what's their tea, putting their stuff out there and just letting us be who we are. Like we always said, we're not the experts, but we just here giving our experiences and it's been really, really good. I feel like it's been healing for me, so I know it's healing for other people as well.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like my throat chakra has been opening up, and like speaking of throats, we're going to get into a little bit of that tonight, but I feel like my throat chakra has been opening and it has been a real good vibe. Look, so tonight's topic. What is tonight's topic?
What is tonight's topic? I gotta get mine.
Y'all, Jaleisha shared a statistic earlier. Jaleisha, tell them that statistic you shared, girl.
So I was on some website, I think it's US Today or something, but they gave a statistic that over 55%, after doing some studies, over 55% of women, they normally fake orgasms. They have not, like, they don't naturally have orgasms. They just always fake. And I was just like, what? Because I know we fake sometimes. I know we do that. I don't. But I know that we do. And I'm like, this many women? This much? What is going on? What is happening here? Like, are we... what is the disconnect? So we like, come on, we got to talk about this. We got to have a conversation about what's going on with the orgasms.
Listen, I think that even that number, I think the number is higher. I think that it was some women faking their answer, not just faking orgasms, but faking their answers too. I think that number is higher than what it is because, like I'm not shocked anymore. I'm a sexologist and I work with women, and this topic comes up a lot. So like, I'm not shocked that a whole lot of women are not getting orgasms. A whole lot of women out here fucking. And they ain't getting to feel that wonderful feeling of an orgasm.
That part. And actually, as you said that, now thinking about it, I'm like, maybe that number is actually too low and it should be way higher. Maybe I would think the 70% actually, just because there's too many factors. And I know, like, I'm 33 and I didn't stop faking orgasms until I was like 30. So I know it's actually more common than we may realize. And it's just very disappointing because I'm like, dang, it's a lot of us who just kind of bite the bullet. But why? Why we do those things? Like, what's up with this?
Yeah. Like I know so many women who have had kids who have given birth but have not experienced an orgasm. That's sad. Because all that you went through all that pain, at least you can feel like some type of pleasure from it. But I'm not. I ain't judging. We're gonna help y'all out tonight on this episode. But that's crazy to have birth life, but to have never experienced an orgasm.
I yes, I think that's real sad because you would think that a woman who's given birth, like you probably know your body more than like the next female because you created life and life has come through you and you have to heal. Like you gotta heal her. And when I say her, I'm your coochie. You gotta heal her. And you probably had multiple babies, maybe. And so you would think that you would have a connection with her to know what she wants, what she desires. But a lot of women, we were talking about this before we went on live, like a lot of women I know who've had multiple kids, they don't know what an orgasm is like, or they don't remember when the last time they had an orgasm. And I'm like, how you have 5-6 kids and you haven't had an orgasm? What were you doing? Like, what were we doing in the bedroom? And why we not being honest, or why we're not aware that we're not having an orgasm? It's very shocking, but then it's also sad because I'm just like, it's too many of us that's suffering because I think the body deserves to be pleasured. I think we deserve that be like when you're having an orgasm, you're fully experiencing yourself at your highest.
Yeah.
And like that's your creation level. And so I'm like, what we doing, y'all? Y'all gotta go to get y'all nut. Come on now.
And we do. Okay. I can't wait for us to get more into this, but ladies, we supposed to be having an orgasm. Like, look, we gotta. Jaleisha and I are both nerds. Okay, so let me get my nerd on for a second. In case you did not know, the female is the only species, the only human that has an organ on the body that is specifically just for orgasming, for you to get your nut. God gave us a clitoris. It ain't for no other purpose. We don't urinate out of it. We don't do nothing else with it, but it's for us to get that pleasurable feeling of a nut. So you should be having it. But we do understand, like, again, this ain't bashing, but we understand that there are several reasons why that number is so high, why women ain't getting a nut in the bed. And we gonna help y'all out tonight. We got some stuff we gonna go over. We got some theories for why you ain't getting a nut, and we gonna help you get that nut. Okay. Yes. But you said something that I ain't know, like you DJ envy his wife, and they got a lot of kids.
Yeah, I remember. Well, Tracy was telling us about that. Yeah, so I guess recently they just wrote a book or something, and they were doing a press tour. And they've been married like 20 years, I think, or almost 20 years. They got like 5-6 kids, yeah. And she was faking like the first 10 plus years of their marriage, and they've been together since they've been teenagers, right? So they've been together a long time. Yeah, they just been faking. But I think she didn't want to tell him because you don't want to hurt his feelings. You don't want to emasculate a man. But I mean, she did end up telling him when she was upset, which you don't want to do that. But I'm like, how could you be? To me, it's like, how could you be married to someone for that long and not be honest? Because you're making your partner believe that he's like creme de la creme, that he top whatever, and he's not doing what he needs to make you satisfied. So that to me is wild. But a lot of women do this stuff. So I want to ask you, Trace, because you're not Trace, T. I'm sorry, I got Trace in my mind. T, let me ask you, because you're married and you've been married a long time. Has it ever been where you were you open from the jump with your husband, even before y'all got married? Were you always open with him about what you needed?
So no, and that leads me into like our first thing, because we got 3 theories, y'all, on why women aren't experiencing orgasms as much as we should be. Okay. So that actually leads into the first one. When we first got together, it was just like, and that's why I'm like, I get it. When we first got together, I wasn't getting a nut every single time, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. Like, I didn't want to say like, babe, what Megan Thee Stallion say? Fuck me like this, don't fuck me like that. I didn't want to say, but it's also, I wasn't comfortable. I felt shy. I was nervous to say it, but as we grew together, like definitely now, like we've learned each other bodies and it ain't an issue. But like in that beginning stage, like no, I was not saying it. I was like so many other women. I just laid there, was like, you did your thing. I mean, I ain't exaggerate, but in the beginning, no. But like that's the first thing. I feel like a lot of women ain't getting orgasms because they ain't speaking up. They are afraid to say that they ain't nothing.
Yes.
I feel like they don't want to hurt their partner's feelings either. And I ain't gonna say just men. Maybe they got a female partner too. They don't want to hurt their partner feeling because it's kind of like I think that hits at your ego, especially for men. Like a lot of their ego comes from their stroke in the bed. Like they feel like they put it down, and if you tell them they ain't putting it down, you ain't getting it. It hurts them. They get emotional about it.
Yeah, because they're sensitive. A lot of men are more sensitive than they try to show. And a lot of them, I'm gonna speak for grown men. Grown men want to please you. Okay, they do want to please you, and if they feel like you taking they doing something wrong, that hurts them. That messes with their ego. That messes with who they are. But at the same time, I feel like, look, we grown. We have to, and it's a way you have to talk to a man. Just like you have to be able to talk to him, not in a way that's criticizing him or emasculating him, but like, oh babe, move over here. Like you gotta coach a little bit. You gotta like let them know what feels good. You gotta have these open. This is probably one of the things too, but you gotta have an open conversation. Because even when you're talking about when you and your husband were first together, I remember back when I was dealing with men, and I would be like, I'm just gonna fake. I faked everything. I'll just be, and I learned how to moan from porn. So so my moans were ridiculous. Like they were like I'm a porn artist, and like I'm acting all crazy, all out there, because I thought that's what it was to show you really getting it in. But really, what I was feeling like was just like, oh, this is absolutely horrible. Let me just over exaggerate so maybe you'll nut quick and you'll speed this up. But now looking back, I'm thinking like, dang, why I didn't stick up for me more? And I was trying to make him feel better, make these men feel better. But at the same time, I wasn't happy. I was dissatisfied, and I thought that was normal. And then the thing is, it wasn't like it was just me. My girlfriends around me, we all would talk. You had your girls talk, you and your friends talk about us, and all of us would be it'd be something off, or we talking about we wish we could be with this person, that he was hitting it right, but the one we with now, he ain't doing what he need to do. but I'm like, why are we telling each other this, and we not telling our men this? It's a disconnect. We trying to make them feel good.
So you gotta, like, that's the thing. Like, we gotta stop not keeping it real in the bedroom. You gotta start keeping it real in the bedroom. Communicate, like, just say it. But it's like you said, Jaleisha, it's all in your delivery. I think you said DJ Envy's wife, she said it. She ended up getting pissed with him and saying it while she was angry. You don't want to get to that point, but you want to just say, like, one day, just sit down, like, okay, so it's suggestion. You can start a conversation like, babe, what do you like in the bedroom the most? Like, what do you like me doing to you? Mm-hmm. Like, started with that, like, ask them what they like, and then say, okay, that's your way you lead into what I like when you do me like this. I like when you lick on it like this, like that. That made me nut like quick. When you just focus on like this thing right here, whatever your thing is, say it like that. And then y'all, like, you can throw some options in. Like, one of the things that I always recommend to my clients is I got these bedroom candy dice, right? Shout out to bedroom candy. Y'all know we won't go talk about sex and not plug bedroom candy, okay? But these dice, where if you're too scared to talk about it, like, you roll the dice and it lands on an action and a body part. And that can be your way of like letting them know, like, oh, I like when you do this. I like when you do that. It might be a turn off for you. You ain't nothing because of the way he suck on your nipple. You don't want him sucking on it like that. Or he be nibbling on your ear and you don't like that and it throws you off, so you can't get your nut. So if you are nervous or afraid to communicate that, don't stop men. Say the dice rolled it on it and just put it on the dice like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. And maybe they'll start getting the picture. But definitely some communication has to take place.
Most definitely. That's like number one. You can't really do anything else without communication, but it is all in your delivery. Like T saying, it's all the way. You don't have, never start with anything that you're pinpointing what they're doing wrong. Never do that, because all they taking is like, damn, I'm fucked up. Damn, I ain't good at it. So I like what T already said. What you start off with giving like positive reinforcements, saying what you do like, and then like, baby, can you do a little bit more of this? Can we try this? What you think about this, baby? Oh, what makes you feel good? I wanna please you. What turns you on? Because you just have to start that conversation, like open it up. Now, if you got somebody that's not willing, that's a whole other thing. But you want to make sure you at least open that Pandora box and start having the conversation. Because what you will find out, you have even better sex when you start being honest with each other.
Yeah.
You will get your orgasms. Okay, you will feel even more freer, and you will want to explore with each other more, because you actually pleasing each other. It's no faking. It's for real. This is some real grown stuff, and it's better sex. If I had known what's it's for real though. You have better sex.
You do, and that's why I wanted to ask you, because okay, so from my point of view, like I've been in a long-term relationship now, so it's easy. Like when I tell you, like, it's the more you communicate on what you like even like communicating your fantasies and stuff, like it's just the sex is better. Okay, you're more likely to orgasm when you feel like that person, like you can just let your guard down and completely be free sexually. Like that shit feel good as fuck. So then I feel like the longer you're with someone, the more easier it should get to be able to be that comfortable and be able to communicate your likes and your dislikes and your fantasies and what you want to try, what don't work. But like, do you have a standpoint from, I know you've been on your celibate shit, but can you recall like your most recent sexual escapades? Like, what has it been easy, like just fresh relationships, to communicate your likes and your dislikes?
Oh yes, because I'm very much aware now. Like the last sexual experiences, I'm very vocal, and I'm very much okay with expressing all that I am. And what I find is that from my experience, it turned the man on even more, because now he was very much aware of what I wanted, what I really liked, what I didn't like. And it made him feel more comfortable, him vocalizing what he liked and did. Because I had a situation with a man, and I thought I was doing some things. Like I'm an ear person, y'all. Let me just say that. I love ears. Okay, I love ears. That's my spot. And I thought I was doing something, and normally men don't like, they don't say nothing. And he was like, don't do that no more. He's like, I don't like that. And I didn't take offense to it. So it was like, but the thing was, he had been going along with it for a little bit, but he didn't like it at all. It didn't turn him on. It just wasn't him. But we had built this openness place where we can just be honest. And it was like, I don't like that. I'm like, okay. So let me figure out what you do. Like, well, let me know. Let's play around a little bit. And then that's when we can explore different things. But I feel like, me personally, I'm a one man woman, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I like, because I'm deeply sexual, but I like to explore myself with one person. So once we start opening that door, I don't have a problem with being who I am, and it's just, can you keep up? But I just think it's a more empowering when we own who we are and we know what we want, and we speak about it, we're vocal about it. That's confidence. That means that you're self-assured within yourself. You're comfortable with your body. You're comfortable with your pussy. You're comfortable with honoring what you need as a woman. And for a real man, or a man that's okay with himself, and he's okay with you talking to him and wanting to please you, that's sexy as hell. To me, that's sexy, because you like, wow, okay, yes, we could play around a little. We could do some things. We could do some
And look, I'm gonna say something that I feel like Tracy would say. So, because my girl, she be out here and she no shame with it, like
living her best life,
expresses herself sexually, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna say something I feel like Tracy would say, like, even if it's these niggas ain't got no shame in asking you to get them the pussy, okay? They ain't got no shame in asking. So ladies don't have no shame in telling them when they ain't hitting it right and you ain't getting no nut. Speak up. Let your confidence show.
Let your confidence show.
I remember like niggas will ask you real quick, like, oh, I don't took you out to eat. Let me get like, we going home, we doing this, we doing it. Like they will really ask you. So say what you gotta say. Let them know when you ain't hitting it right.
Look, I done had men ask you, did you come? Did you come? Did you come? And I was like, yeah. No. I'm like, no. No. And the thing is like you have to do that. You gotta speak up because you thinking you doing him a service. You think you making him feel good. But even if y'all don't work out or y'all, it's just a one night or what hit it, whatever, he gonna go to the next woman and do the same thing thinking he really doing something. He really not. You know, he's not really pleasing. But we boosting people's mind, their egos, when we need to be more okay with just being honest, being who we are. Like, come on now, we're grown. If a man could be saying, I want you to suck my, well, I want you to do that to me too, but I want you to do it properly. I want you to do it. Like, don't get that on playing. It's like orgasm. Like I want my man to have an orgasm or whoever I'm dealing with, and I want him to want me to have one. That's just as important. And let me just say this also, T, is that anybody that you mess with, if he don't care, and I think Trace is going to be opposite this. We had this conversation, but any man that don't let you get yours, that doesn't care about you getting yours, I think that's a red flag. Like if you in a rush, you don't care about me being satisfied, you don't care about if I enjoyed it, that's a red flag to me because I feel like you're being selfish, and I don't want no selfish ass lover. What you think, T?
Yeah, I think that is a red flag. Like if he does, like no, like y'all got to, and that's one of the things like I love about Megan Thee Stallion. Like people can feel how they want to feel about her. I feel like her and Cardi, come on, WAP. That song, like I feel like they empower women to just step up and like just own our sexuality because like history goes back, like we have not stood for ourselves, and that's because like back in the day, like we couldn't even be horny. For us to feel horny, it was classified as hysteria. It was a mental disorder for a woman to be horny, and I want to say it wasn't even that long ago. It was in the 1900s sometime. So it's like it's been this history where women have not been able to embrace our bodies, and so I think that we are living in a day and age now where we coming the fuck up out of that. So it is definitely a red flag if a nigga ain't trying to like hear you like and give you yours. If you lay in the bed, one and done. If that was me, if I was out here and I found myself in the bed with somebody and I ain't get it, you ain't getting it no more. Well, I'm gonna be very intentional about our next time. Like, look, okay, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Like, take charge. That's okay.
Man, back old me would be calling you out like, what you doing? What is this? But I don't recommend that.
That's what I'm saying. Like again, like you ain't even gotta be if it's somebody you really feeling, like somebody you in a relationship with and y'all is really deep. You don't have to be cruel about it. You can just go about it. I say I recommend start out asking them like, babe, what you like when what's your favorite thing I do when we having sex? And then let that open the door for you start like telling them what you like. Yes. Communicate
everything in love. And can I just backtrack on, well, not backtrack, but say offer this another thing just because I'm spiritual. I'm about to say some conscious stuff. With as far as sex is like the most highest form of like how we create. That's how we manifest. That's how we bring life. That's where our passion, our drive. That's where we give life. We create life. So as women, I'm just speaking as women. Our womb is a portal. Our womb is creation. Our womb is magical. And so if it's so like we have to really treat it as such. And when you are in tune with your body, you're in tune with your womb, you're in tune with your needs, you'll find yourself feeling more sensual, more sexual, more comfortable within your body. You'll find yourself, your throat chakra opening up and you be able to speak more and own who you are. You'll find that, you'll start wanting to, you just be feeling more in tune with yourself. And whatever you entertain or whatever you align to, that's just a reflection of who you are. So if you're in tune with yourself and you're in tune with your womb and you know who you are and you know what she needs, you're gonna align and you're gonna attract to somebody who's gonna be able to like be wanting to receive that and pleasure that and be reciprocal of that. And then even if you don't align to that and you entertain something differently, you'll be so in tune with yourself that you can be able to speak up. You'll be able to have that confidence, but you have to build that relationship. So I think that's like the number one thing for me. You really got to build your relationship with your womb, touching yourself, looking at yourself, finding out what makes you feel pleasurable. Because the thing is, a lot of us are having sex with people and we don't even know what an orgasm feel like. We haven't felt one. And the reason why we're trying to make them happy, but also we probably not even in tune with ourselves. We don't even know what makes us happy. It's like a disconnect. So if you don't know what makes you happy, how you gonna tell somebody else, or how you gonna let somebody else know you dissatisfied? You gonna think sex is supposed to be like this, and it's not. Like, look, when you think about like history wise, yes, sex has been shamed, but why do you think sex has been shamed? Because like the most powerful women were sexual beings. Cleopatra, I just thought Cleopatra was the first.
She was
sexual as hell. But even the rap artists that are out now, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, they use sex as their power. And yes, they get a lot of flack for it, but they're owning their sexuality. They're owning their power as a woman. And that's what gets men like, oh my God. Like a man gonna fall to his knees behind closed doors. He gonna be like, because she knows who she is. It's power, that's confidence. And so I just say, y'all need to touch ourselves. I just wanted to say that.
Because I had this one down for last, but I think let's get right into it because that plays a role. It kind of ties into, I think, the reason why women may be afraid to communicate, they're not being pleased, they are not getting the big O, is because they don't know how to give it to themselves. Like a lot of women have never ever experienced an orgasm. So how can they tell their partner you ain't doing it right? They don't know what right is. They don't know exactly what's supposed to be done. And like that's okay. I want you to know, if that is you, ladies, if you are listening, and if that is you, I need you to know that that's very, very common.
Yes,
it's common because I feel like there's some embarrassment that may be behind it, that women feel like they should know and they don't know. But you gotta think, like, even not like, I grew up in a religious household. Won't nobody teaching me to touch on myself, to figure out what my body likes, so that I can tell my partner, once I find somebody worthy of my body, how to touch me the way that I need, what I like. So a lot of us grew up that way. Like, we were not taught to figure out, as women, we wasn't taught to figure out what we like. Whereas on the other end, boys grew up, give him his space. Once he got to an age, like, he growing up, he a boy, don't go in his room, let him do this, let him do that. He's exploring. He was encouraged to go out here and do things. And girls are just taught to be right. We just taught to not embrace our bodies. So it's not your fault if that is you. If you've never experienced an orgasm, if you are a part of that 55%, you don't know what you don't know. But we breaking that now. We breaking that cycle. We giving you permission. If you needed to hear that permission from somebody, girl, learn your body. So with that being said, like, don't be afraid to have some moments with yourself. Run you a bubble bath. Moisturize real good. Like, I love my shower routines. Like, take my shower, get my body butter put on, spray my pheromone sprays on me and stuff. And like, then just get in the bed and have a night with yourself, a nightcap with you. Explore your clitoris. Rub around it. Figure out if you like it rubbed on the right side or the left side or right down the middle. Figure out if you like fingers inside of you, like, or you can experiment with toys. Like, do you like the toy going in fast, in and out? Does that turn you on? Because your partner might be liking to do slow strokes, and that's why you ain't getting there. Like, figure out yourself. And I think that if you take the time to figure out yourself, that'll help you, like Jaleisha said, communicate it more. And even if you're in a relationship too, I'll say this, like, don't be afraid to introduce, you may have to introduce some toys into it too, because over 70% of women need clitoral stimulation in order to get an orgasm. And if you have a partner that's just penetrating you, that could very well be a reason why you're not orgasming either. So there ain't nothing wrong with, and I meant to bring a toy in here, Jaleisha. Ain't nothing wrong with using some type of cute toy. If you got a male partner, don't bring no damn big ass dildo in there. But ain't nothing wrong with bringing something cute into the bedroom and having him use that on your clitoris. It might turn him on. Have him use that on your clitoris while he's stroking you and you getting yours. Like, toys are not to replace our partners. They are to enhance our sexual experience. Okay?
Yes, you have to release the shame. And be open. And what T was saying about, like, some of us prefer penetration, orgasms, and some of us prefer clitoral. Some people only have orgasms by the clit, but you have, in order for you to know that, you got to stimulate yourself. You got to, invite some things, do a little something. And what you said earlier about like taking a bath, like, I create rituals. And I'll be honest, I grew up in a religious household, and I was told porn, masturbation, if you do all this, you're going to hell. It's a sin. And so I had a lot of sex shame about myself. And I had a lot of sex shame even when I had sex. I thought, I'm going to go to hell because I'm not married, all these different things. But once I started exploring myself, I didn't have a real orgasm, y'all, until I was 30, and I'm 33. Okay. And so, but what I used to do,
Wow, wait a minute. Okay, I ain't gonna make you stay on that, but wow.
You can. It don't bother me.
No, okay, so when you say a real orgasm, you mean like just that was your first time like ever like having one? Or you had some but they wasn't as intense as the one you had at 30?
I thought no. So that was my first time having an orgasm. I actually knew I was having an orgasm. I used to think I wasn't. I'd just be faking. And I thought, well, maybe it was, but it never was. And I know what an orgasm is now. I didn't know before.
Well, okay, so I want to get in your, what position were you in? I remember the position. My first time when I knew I had an orgasm, like, I was riding. I was on top. My clitoris, like that friction. I'm like, oh my God, like, this is what the shit is.
It was missionary. I was very surprised about that. It was missionary because I'm always getting it hit from the back. But men be thinking they doing stuff, they ain't doing nothing back there. I got too much for y'all. But no, but it was missionary. But it was very much because I'm woke now at this point, so I'm very much aware of what I desire. I desire like deep, intense, emotional, passionate sex. And that was the first time where it was like it was orgasmic. Look, I cried. So this is how good it was. Like I never had I'm telling my business. I never had an orgasm before. And the first time I actually had it, I actually cried. I didn't even know I was crying until after it was over. Like, I had tears coming out my eyes because I'm a very sexual person, but it's like I always thought sex was healing for me because I always thought like sex is, there's no point. Like, I don't get it. And then I actually felt it. I felt my body. I felt it. I felt my vagina. I was like, oh. And it was otherworldly for me. And I was like, Lord, is this what it is? Let's tap all the way in. Okay, I'm here. Let's get you awake. Let's do this.
That's how I was. When I had my first orgasm, girl, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no way. If you feel like you don't know, you think you've had one, you don't know, like you haven't had one, and it's okay, sis, because we are here to help you. But when that very first time I had one, like, I just wanted to do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And that's the beautiful thing about being a woman too, y'all. Like, use that clitoris. I'm telling you, God, we are the only one who has a body part on us just for orgasms, because men can't go back to back like that. They have a refractory period. I think that's what it's called, where they have to wait a little bit in between in order for it to come back up. But women, we can get orgasms back to back to back. And when I first got it for the first time, I'm like, that shit felt good. Yeah. Let me try it again. Let me see if I can do it on myself.
Yeah, Lord, put me to sleep.
Okay.
Put myself to sleep.
Ooh,
Lord. Ooh. But
I mean, and that's scientific, y'all. Orgasm is a really good sleep aid, okay? Jaleisha ain't just making it up.
No, I ain't making it up. Knock me out. Sleep, hello. Okay, fair.
Okay, and so The last thing that I think is a reason why women may not be experiencing orgasms as much as we should be is a lack of foreplay. I think that people don't put
Mm,
respect on foreplay's name like they should. Put some
mm,
respect on foreplay's name. Women are like ovens, men are like microwaves. Like they can just look at something and they can get up quick. Like that's one of the things I always joke with my husband about. Like we've been together almost 13 years now. And I love that, like, I can still, like, turn him on. Like, he still, like, it gets up. Like, oh, okay, I still got it. But me as a woman, even though I can be very much aroused, but, like, women are like ovens. You got to warm us up. You got to take some time for foreplay. Do some things. Like, you got to kiss, like, you know, so get they spot on their neck, kiss around the neck. If they like their ears nibbled on, you know, do a little nibbling on the ear. If they like their nipples sucked on, do that. Lick in between the thighs, get some head in the beginning or something. Suck on them toes with some hot sauce if that's what they is to. But I think that foreplay, like people really put that to the side, and people ain't having foreplay as much as they should. It's just like a little kiss. Sometimes it's just a suck on one nipple. Don't even go get the other one, and then bam, put it in. Let's go. And for women, you can't do that.
no, you can't. Now, I would say there's some women that don't need all that. It really it depends who you're dealing with. The
Yeah,
majority of women need foreplay. A lot of us, okay, we're more emotional. We're
yeah.
more of like that's who we are. So a lot of us, you're gonna have to do a little bit just to get us there. Like we ain't just like, hey, let's get it. But you know, everybody different. I'm a little different. I'm like, let's get it. But I'm like, you ain't gotta do all that. But normally you do need to find out what pleases her or pleases him. You need to because sometimes I'm gonna be honest, I've had orgasms from pleasing. I've had orgasms not even
Yes.
sexual, not even like penetration, but by having oral sex, by pleasing. That
I'm a
I didn't think.
pleaser.
Yeah, I'm a pleaser as well. If I
Mm-hmm.
really, look, that gets me off your response, and so that's a
Mm-hmm.
part of foreplay. Knowing I'm pleasing you, I'm turning you on,
Right.
I'm taking you there, and that's a whole experience because you can make the intimacy, you can make the sex exchange even longer by the more you're interacting and willing to tease and willing to play, willing to learn. But it's all about being open and willing to try those things. Like let a man explore you. Don't be, let him, tell him, baby, kiss me over here, nibble on this a little bit. Maybe even try some new things. Like I'm into role play. I'm into
Yes.
I love wearing lingerie. But some men don't care about that. They're like, you can be naked, just take that shit off. But I like performing. I like putting on a show because that's just who I am, and so that turns me on. And so I already know because I'm feeling confident, and I know I'm turning him on, and he liking it, and he enjoying what I'm doing for him. Oh, we
Yeah.
about to have a good time. We have a good time,
Girl.
but because we're already heightened, you know what I'm saying? So that
Mhm.
I know that orgasm is gonna come, and you don't even have to be. I've had orgasms just by making out, y'all. I don't know if that makes me kind of soft or whatever because it'd be so intense. We
The
already the
passion.
passion.
Yeah.
We already like just caught up with each other that it's like, woo, okay. Oh, so it just depends. Like you have to have that it's a combination of things: being open, communicating, being open, being confident within yourself, and then really exploring your man or whoever you're dealing with, or him exploring you. Because
Mhm.
I also think we have hangups sometimes where we don't feel comfortable with certain things, or we got out like. I used to have body issues. Like I don't want him to see me. I don't want him to see my
Mm.
stomach. I don't want him to see. So I would be like, I don't want and worried about those different things, or turn off the lights. I don't want him to see my body. Turn off the
Yeah.
light. And I would take myself out of being in the moment. So because my mind
Mhm.
is just going. Like we have to really let that shit just fall off. Once
Flow.
I really stopped thinking so much and really just enjoyed and really was like allowing myself to experience, baby,
Mhm.
shooting nuts off the roof.
Yes, girl, this is good. This is good. So look, listen, just recap, okay?
Recap.
Recap. It's too many women out here who are not experiencing orgasms when God gave you an organ on your body that is just for orgasms. So we want you to stop that. So in case you didn't catch those takeaways that Jaleisha and I gave, okay? First one, it was communicate. Start communicating your likes and your dislikes, and don't be rude about it. Don't tear your partner down. Just a quick example of how you can initiate the conversation is by asking them, baby, what do you like that I do to you when we be fucking, when we having sex? Okay, initiate that conversation that way. Also, get to know your body. Understand what you like, because it may be hard for you to communicate that if you don't know what you like. So that's why you ain't saying nothing. You like, hell, he don't know. I don't fucking know either. Figure that shit the fuck out. Don't be afraid to experiment with toys too. And if you're in a relationship, 70% of women need clitoral stimulation in order to get an orgasm. Don't be afraid to introduce a little cute little clitoral toy in, because your partner might be turned on playing with you with it, okay? And then the last thing was, stop having sex if you ain't fully aroused, okay? So like Jaleisha said, her type was she just be ready to jump in. She be aroused. She be ready to go. Me, I want me a little bit of foreplay. You got foreplay me, all right? You gotta warm this oven up. You gotta preheat me. You gotta put me on 350 and let me sit for a little bit, okay? So have some foreplay. Like, just make sure whatever you need to get yourself aroused, make sure you do that, because for women it's very important, not just for you to get that orgasm, but just so you can be lubricated. You don't want to be out here having dry ass sex, getting cuts and tears inside of the vagina. So we gotta be properly aroused, all right? Any takeaways from you, Jaleisha, before we jump into what's your tea?
No, ladies, you are, all I want to say is that you guys are absolutely deserving of having good pleasure, knowing your bodies, being confident in your bodies, and being confident in your sex. And if you want to have better relationships, it's best to be vocal. It's best to be open and know what he wants, know what you want, or she wants, whoever, because that makes your relationship more open. It makes your relationship more trusting and more able to be your true self. You don't have to put on a pretense. So start being real. That's all I got to say. Just start being real. It might seem scary, but shit, you'll be really thankful you did in the long run. Trust that. Ain't nobody got time. We grown. Let's get into. Oh yes, we grown.
Like this. Don't fuck me like that.
Let's get into what's your tea, y'all. Let's get into what's your tea. Let's see what's going on with the tea.
Oh.
Okay, so it says, after being pregnant twice within 2 years, my sex drive has tanked. My youngest is 10 months and I'm wanting so desperately to get it back on and popping, but I'm so tired by the end of the day. The thought of having sex after I finally have a chance to relax and unwind and alone for a few hours, I don't know, it feels like another task to do instead of something I desire. I work full time as well, so yeah, I need some suggestions. I want to get my sexy bag. She want her sexy bag. She want her sexy bag. Okay, cue Justin Timberlake.
Okay. Listen, you know what that made me think of?
Wait.
It sounds like she said she has kids.
Yes.
Working by the end of the day, it's just like she just ain't even in the mindset to have sex. So I'm taking this scenario, Jaleisha, from a standpoint of she has a partner and she just ain't really been into it. That's how I'm gonna play this scenario, okay? So as someone who has been in a relationship for over a decade, we talked about foreplay a little bit ago. We talked about it in a sense of like that physical, maybe stuck on some nipples, get some head and stuff. But Jaleisha, foreplay for me too is take some of the shit off my plate. What makes me, man, you can get me in the mood quicker than sucking on my clitoris, than giving me some head, is walking into a clean fucking house. My kitchen is straight. All the clothes done been washed. I walk into my bedroom, like the bed is nicely fixed. Ain't no stuff everywhere. Shit is organized. You don't vacuum the floors. The kitchen, I smell Clorox and Fabuloso. Like, it's the bathroom smelling good. Like, that would turn me the fuck on. So maybe so again, like I'm looking at this like she has a partner. Like, communicate that with your partner. Let them know. And like, niggas be like, we'll do anything for the pussy, right? So tell them like, babe, man, I really be turned on. I be wanting to suck your dick and all. When they do it, when they do one of those acts that you really, really like, babe, I love that you washed all the clothes. You did the laundry today. That shit turned me on. Come here. Let me suck on something. Or I love that you fixed the bed. You cleaned the room today. Or you handled the kids. You handled the kids. I didn't have to fix the kids' dinner tonight. You took care of that. Like, that shit meant so much to me. Like, I'm in a mood. I'm horny. And watch how much they start doing that more. And they also clears off, like, you got space now in your mind. Like, nothing's like, you got a little bit less you worried about, and you can focus on fucking.
I love it. I actually think I agree with you, because I honestly, I can't think of a perspective, because I haven't been in a scenario where I had kids and doing all that. Because my mind would have been like, you need to take something off my plate. Yes, but I wouldn't even say cleaning. You need to take care of the kids, or do something. Take these kids for like an afternoon, or take them for a day or something. And by the time they come home, they tired, and they just like tired, and they go straight to sleep. I ain't got to deal with them. Then in my house it's clean, then that'll probably turn me on. Just relieve me of something, because she's probably detached from just loving on herself. She got 2 kids, she just had a baby, and she's probably trying to like start loving herself more, her body. She's probably still trying to work through that, or this is my perspective, she's trying to find where is her sexy. You gotta like let her feel that, because right now she feels that she a mama and she take care of somebody. So alleviate her, and then when you come back, remind her how beautiful and sexy she is. Baby, I want to see you. Let's get in this tub together. Let me rub on you. Let me adore you. Let me thank you for giving birth to our second baby. Like, you gotta pour that love into her. Remind her who she is. Remind her what she done did.
I hope there's some fellas listening to this, because we schooling y'all right now. Like, you want to get some more ass, this is what you need to do. Like, niggas can they can be done got into a car accident, but they like, you want to get some ass, they're like, okay, come on, bend over.
Yes,
let's go. But women are opposite. Like, we can't just like, you, especially a woman who has kids and works and stuff, like, you gotta take some shit off her mind. If our mind ain't there, our body ain't gonna be there, the coochie ain't gonna be there.
Yes, because we think like my love language is acts of service. So you doing things for me is love to me. I'm like, oh, because I'm doing so much already. You doing something for me is like, oh, okay. Oh shit, I want to do something for you. And so when men fail to realize, they be ready at any time. But a lot of when we need not just your words and you ready. We need to see it. We need to see that you really value us, that you really care for us. Even if you're just trying to hit it real quick. You gotta show that. Like, it takes a little bit more with us, and especially a mom. And especially a mom that just had another baby. Like, she probably going through a whole bunch of different emotions, feelings, and everything. So you have to cater to that. And she might be feeling insecure. Like, you gotta cater to that. No, be aware. We need that extra love. So I would say to her though, you need to be able to communicate with your man, and I will be honest. I'm very honest. Like, I don't feel sexy right now, baby. Like, I really, and for him to say, what do I need? What do you need help with, babe?
Yes. Come on, healthy relationship.
And then you say, well, baby, I need a day away from the kids. Or I want a day just for myself. And maybe I need a day just, with you and me. Us going on a date, doing what we used to. That's when you open up that communication, and you can start stepping back into who you used to be. So open up, speak, let that throat chakra work, and then later let it work on him. Okay.
Okay. It is. Look, that was a perfect ending. That's my beach. No, like, dang, this was a good topic. Like, sex is always a good topic,
Always.
But this is our season finale, y'all. This is the season finale. You want to make sure, if this is your first time tuning in to us, go back and catch every single episode. This is the season finale of season 2, so you can binge watch us on a Saturday. Get you some popcorn, turn us on. Like, you can tune into us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and like while you cleaning the crib or whatever, just listen. We really speak from our personal experiences on all topics relating to like healing, love, relationships, and sex. So make sure you check us out. But this is the season finale. We're gonna be gone for a little bit, but we'll be back. We ain't gonna be gone too long. But you can follow us, subscribe to us on YouTube. Our link is down in the description if you're watching on YouTube. We do have our Linktree link if you're watching on Facebook. But yeah, season finale. What you got over there, Jaleisha?
I'm saying the money. Look, if you yes, go ahead, T.
Oh no, you go, girl. Hit it.
I would just say yes. If y'all like what y'all hear, y'all like what y'all see, y'all love it. The best way to show love, yes, by sharing and subscribing and following. But also, you can hit that Cash App. You can hit this Cash App. App. GBL the podcast. $ GBL the podcast. Show some love. Yes. Because as you pour into us, we keep pouring into you. Right. Okay, so show us some love. We with it completely.
Look, if you show us some love, we might can do a little bit longer seasons than just 6 episode seasons. Okay, if it's blessing you, if it's helping you in your life, you want us to be on a little bit longer, just hit us. Just show some love. You know what I'm saying? And then our email as well. If you have an issue that you want featured on our What's Your Tea segment, when we come back with season 3, just email us at gblthepodcast@gmail.com. That's gblthepodcast@gmail.com. And you never know, your tea might be the next one spilled on our episode. Any final words on this season? Just your thoughts, how you feeling, Jaleisha?
It went by really fast. I just can't believe this is second season is ending, but I'm very grateful, and I'm grateful to be on this journey with you and with Tracy. And I'm overwhelmed, but I'm full of gratitude.
Yeah, and I feel the same. Like, I feel like the longer it goes, like y'all are watching us in the beginning, I feel like we're gonna be. Well, I know we're gonna be one of those stories. Like, they're gonna be like, damn, I remember them girls when they just started out with that little black background and all this and stuff, and they don't made it big, and somebody picking them up now. Like, this is just our beginning. So we really do truly appreciate everybody who be rocking with us. We appreciate all the reviews y'all leave, the comments you leave on YouTube, the subscriptions, all of that, because that really helps us out. When you listen on Apple, you ain't even got to type no words, like giving us the 5 stars. Like, we appreciate all of that, and we can't wait to get back to y'all with season 3. We're gonna be back. We send love again to our sister. We send our love and our prayers and our condolences to her and her family. Again, Tracy isn't here with us tonight because she did lose her dad on Father's Day. So our hearts are with her tonight. But on that note, y'all, I am Coach T Lane. These are my co-hosts, Coach Jaleisha J. Tracy Cherie is here with us in the spirit. We are Girls Be Like, the podcast. We ain't never here to give y'all the right answers. We are always just here to speak from our personal experiences. See y'all next season.
My sister, my friend, my reflection. Saying prayers for me, see the day for me, run a mission. Teach me what you know, vice versa, help each other grow. As he sees in you, then she turn around and water me, uplifting me. I've got your back, let's let it fly like that. I'ma fix your crown with your head down, girl, please hold on. When you're going through us, I'll never turn back on you. Gotta be real, it's time to heal. Come on, let's go.